All right, everybody, it's 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time here, March 15th, 2021. Stick and Hack Reacts is live on the air. I'm Adam Grubb, along with Keith Stewart, host of the Pro Show on ESPN Radio in New York, and now part of Stick and Hack. Keith, the weekend was a fun one. There's a lot that happened in the world of golf. We're going to start with the reacts with number one here. Apparently, earlier in the week, Rory said he wanted to be like Bryson. Now, for those of you that don't know the story, Rory said he started to try to figure out more swing speed and ball speed because of Bryson's success, and it potentially ruined the last couple months of his game. Your reaction to that, Keith?
Tough one. Love Rory. I hate the fact that this is what he's doing so my overall reacts is I don't like it. I don't like it at all because Rory should know at someone that's 5'10" and 165 pounds that Bryson's 6'1", 235. Why is he chasing Bryson's move? And he lacks the 75 pounds to do it and 100 protein shakes. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Rory's second in driving distance on the tour, and he's like third in stroke gained off the tee. The guy's a phenomenal player. I don't think this is the change he needed. I think he needs to stick with Brad Faxon on the putting green, and he and Michael Bannon will figure it out. I think he's good to go.
So do you have a problem with him almost as an excuse, saying, hey, I was trying to do too much at one time, and then kind of call out Bryson a little bit that he was trying to be like him? Because that's the problem I have. Like, dude, you haven't been playing well. Maybe that's just what it is. So why are you, it just felt a little forced. Like I'm trying to do this, and this. And because Bryson's doing so well, it felt forced to me.
I don't think it's forced. I think Rory's just an honest athlete, and we don't see a lot of that. So my honest reaction to that is I love it. And I think that we would love to hear more from people like Rory or athletes acting like Rory. I love it to death. So I don't think it's an excuse at all there, Adam.
All right. And also a promise to you, Keith, is that next week we won't say Bryson's name. Whatever the topic is. Okay.
We'll give it a shot, but he's a newsmaker.
It's my promise to you. It's my absolute promise to you, Keith.
Fair enough. And hey, before we go ahead, I just want to say happy birthday to you this past weekend.
You. Yeah, thank you very much. This is the birthday show. Appreciate it. My reaction to that is awesome. All right, reaction number two. Everybody loves Lee Westwood. True or false?
Absolutely true. I love it. I love Lee Westwood. It's not only that we share the same age, but he goes out and he plays with his girlfriend as a caddy, which, further kind of throws the mystery into the
bunker. He rakes his own bunkers.
Of course he does. He knows exactly who the boss is and that player-caddy relationship is. That's why you got to love it. The guy played in his first Players' Championship in 1998. Last century, Adam. You got to love Lee Westwood. It's a shame it didn't work out for him last night, but I love Lee Westwood. I love what he's doing lately. I need more of him.
So Lee has last 2 weeks is almost this resurgence of his game. And I didn't realize that he's only won a couple PGA. Now he's won a boatload of European titles, but only a few PGA Tour titles, which I didn't realize until this weekend, because now he's a fixture of our Sunday final pairings every weekend. He is great for golf right now because I find him extremely likable, and I never knew that about him. He was always the guy with the huge logo on his chest, and that was all I knew of him. I didn't realize how affable he is and how stick and hack he is. Watching his reactions on the putting green, and after hitting some shots over the weekend, he was like your crazy uncle that comes into town and wants to play golf with you for a couple rounds. He just his face, and he was smiling, and he was having the time of his life, even though in the most pressure filled. I love Lee Westwood, and I didn't even realize it.
A quick thing to note there, he is the perfect sponsor pairing because with UPS, they both don't deliver on Sunday.
See, your reaction just changed. That
doesn't mean I don't like him.
You can't go bad on Lee. He's out there grinding it.
No, we love Lee.
He's playing some of the best golf he's played in quite some time against the young hitters. Bryson was out driving him every single time by 50 to 65 yards. And this is the same storyline from last weekend. The same storyline this past weekend is the Bryson Lee final pairing. But Lee just looked like he was having the time of his life out there. And when he gets on the Champions Tour, watch out. He's going to be fun to be on there and watch as well.
I can't wait.
All right, Reaction number 3, the Players overall, the Players Championship, TPC, great theater, literally and figuratively. They built it as a stadium course. It is one of the premier events of the year. It's early in the year, and the argument is being made right now around professional golf circles, and by that I mean Twitter, that this should be the 5th major. Do you agree? What's your reaction?
Totally agree. Positive reaction on that one. I think it has the strongest field in golf, and quite honestly, the number one reason is the purse. It's $15 million. Right? If you're going to be a major championship, and things change, they evolve, Adam. I mean, I don't know how you feel about this. We'll hear in a second, but for me, $2.7 million to win first place. I mean, third place gets $1 million. I think it's a really good venue. We go back to it, the familiarity, 16, 17, and 18 always provide unbelievable drama. I think it's a great 5th major.
So there's so many storylines to unpack specifically from that course itself. Let's start with 16, 17, 18. Are those, in fact, the 3 most challenging, daunting, and incredible finishing holes in all of golf?
I think they're the most entertaining risk-reward 3 finishing holes in all of golf. So I know that doesn't answer your question, but I have to go that route because there are times where there are other places to play that are more difficult. But the risk-reward factor and what we saw yesterday, it definitely makes it the most entertaining finish in all of golf.
And I think that's what people love about the majors is that entertaining. Everybody was bunched up, and there just felt like a lot of pressure. And I agree, and with you 100%, that the 5th major should be the first major, which is the Players Championship in March. Kick off the year, lead yourself 5 weeks later, 4 weeks later into the Masters. I think it's an incredible way to start the year. There's no reason not to do it. They can do whatever they want. But why do they only have 4 majors? Is that a bigger question, a bigger topic?
I think it's okay to have change. I mean, golf's evolving. We're watching the game evolve. Why not have the tournaments evolve? I mean, it all makes sense to me. And quite honestly, 1 year later, after the pause began, Jay Monahan and the entire team of the PGA Tour really need to be celebrated for the championship that they put on this week. There was a lot of pressure there to come back and to do something that was interrupted last year. I think they did a phenomenal job. They said they were letting 10,000 people in. It looked like on Sunday there were 10,000 people per hole. And it was great to have the fans back. It fired up JT. It had everybody going. There were the oohs and ahs. I think it was just tremendous theater. It's the 5th major. Mark it down. We're on our way to Augusta.
Bonus react, JT winning.
He's really good. What's impressive is that JT hit something like 100 greens in a row to close that tournament out. I mean, he missed the last green in regulation from 100 yards. And before that, they kind of like subtly, Azinger goes, well, before that, he hit 27 greens in regulation in a row. What? I mean, my reaction to that is like, JT, kudos, man. Great job winning the year's first major.
There he is, Keith Stewart. This is Stick and Hack Reacts. Your reaction, tweet us at Stick and Hack. And this is Stick and Hack Network. Thanks, Keith.
Appreciate it, Adam. See you next week.
Later.